Hello friends. So the second fruit of friendship, one concerns manners and the other business. Now what happens here is, some people they think that they know everything about everything else. There is all in all, consider all in all. And they have in their mind certain imaginations, some foreign thoughts. So that is what now in sentence 54, Bacon says. As for business, a man may think if he will, if he wants. If he will means if he wants, he can think that two eyes see more than one. Okay, two eyes see more than one. Or that a gamester seeth is the old form, always more than a looker on. That is another foreign thought. That is a person who is playing, say basketball, he sees more than the looker on. Looker on means the spectator. So some people think like that. A person who is playing knows better than what is going on in the field. A playing knows better than what is going on than the looker on. So we say no, normally what happens, the spectators know what are the mistakes that the players are committing. But some people think that the players know better than the spectators. Then, or that a man in anger, as wise as that had said over the 4 and 20 letters. Over the 4 and 20 letters means there is a tradition that if you get angry, you start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then what happens? When you come halfway through, your anger will subside, and you will become a normal person. And then you start talking. Otherwise, what happens? In anger, when you talk, or emotional, when you talk, then what happens is that you may make a lot of mistakes, or even you may hurt the other people. Understand? So, the point here is that a man in anger, as wise as he that has said over the 4 and 20 letters, that means some people think that the angry man and the man who has tried to reduce his anger by counting 1 to 24, or the A to Z, that they are equal. But we know that they are not equal. Because the angry man and the person who has tried to bring down the level of anger, both are different. But some people think like that. They are like that. Okay. Or that a musket may be shot off as well upon the arm as upon the wrist. Musket means a rifle. So some people think that a musket can be shot from just with the help of your arm. Or some people, others think that the whole body is required for firing a rifle. So these are different thoughts. And such other fond and high imaginations to think himself all in all. So some people, they make erroneous judgments. They make errors. But even then they think that their judgments are not correct. Their opinions are not correct. But even then they think that, oh, we know everything. So such people, what do they think? They think that two eyes see more than one. Then the player of a game knows better than the onlooker of what is going on the field. And third, a man in anger and a man who has tried to bring down his anger, both are the same. And fourth, a musket, a rifle can be shot just with the help of your arm or the rest of your body. With the rest of your body. Whole body, yes. So these are imaginations and fond thoughts of people who think that they know or they are all in all. There are some such people, You talk to them, they will give you advice on medicine. They will give you advice on teaching. They will give you advice on doing business. See that they think that they are all in all. So that is the thing. That's the point. There are some people who think that they are all in all because they know everything. But he says, but when all is done, when all is done, the help of a good counsel is that which settleth business straight. So you can think like this. A man may think that two eyes see more than one. A gamester is better than the onlooker. Then the man in anger and the man who is trying to put down the anger, they are the same. Or a rifle can be shot with the arm and also with the rest of the body, or the rest of the body. Such kind of people are there. But then he says, they think they are all in all. But what is the conclusion? The conclusion is, but when all is done, when you consider these different things, different attitudes of different people, the help of good counsel, good advice, is that which settleth business straight. Business straight means that which helps you to do your business well. Or your day-to-day affairs. Even for day-to-day affairs you require help. See, for example, arranging the marriage of your daughter or a son. Then what happens is that if you know, oh, I consult anybody, I know everything about that. In that case, what will happen? Sometimes you may fall into some problems. Understand that? You may fall into some trap. But on the other hand, as Bacon says, when all is done, all is said, all is considered, the best thing is for you to get the advice of a good friend. That will put things straight. That means that will be the best way to do things. Understand? So the point is, some people think that they are all in all, but that is not correct. What they should do is, they should take the advice of a friend. And if any man thinks that, he will take counsel. Now the next point is that how to take counsel. See, you have, as a human being, you have many areas of activity. See, for each area you go to a different friend, then that will put you in trouble. You should take advice from, he says, from a perfect and entire friend who knows you thoroughly. And also he says, a friend that is wholly acquainted with a man's estate. You should take counsel or advice from a person who is perfect and faithful, and also a man who knows fully about it. And that he compares with going to a physician. Say for a cold you go to one physician, for stomach trouble you go to another physician, headache you go to another physician, backache you go to another physician, and then what will happen? He will advise you, he will give you a prescription for stomach trouble, but that may be harmful to your eyes. He may give you go to another doctor, you say for cold, then he may give you a prescription, but that will have a negative impact on your heart. But on the other hand, if you go to a physician who knows you fully, then he knows who you are, what kind of a body you have. But kind of body means some bodies you can see it is said that some bodies 90% water, and some bodies it is not like that. See, different, and you have got, for example, according to old theory of human bodies are classified into 4 types. One is sanguine, the other is choleric, the other is melancholy, the other is phlegmatic. Understand? Now phlegmatic means not moving, very dull. Melancholy always sad. Sanguine always very happy. And choleric always angry. Choleric people are very lean and thin. So if the position of your body, the humor of your body. See that the temperament of your body is not known to a doctor. And you go to a doctor for the different doctors for different ailments. What will happen is that he will give you medicine for the ailment, but it may harm your body. But on the other hand, if a doctor knows you fully and you go to him for all your problems, then he will give you a balanced prescription. Exactly like this, Bacon said that you don't go to different friends. Run from friend to friend for advice. Say one for education, one for doing a business, one for getting into a contract, another for sending your son for higher studies. Don't do like that. You go to a friend who knows you perfect. From a perfect and entire friend. A man who knows wholly acquainted with your estate. Such persons you should go and take advice. That is what he says. So, 2 points today. One is that some people think that they are all in all, so they don't want advice. But it is not true. That is a false notion, because at last, if you want to get things done properly, you should get advice from a friend. Then how to take advice? That's the thing. Not for each case from different people, but you should go to a person who knows you fully, and this he compares to a physician, where you go for different diseases. Understand? And so let's continue with 56. And if any man thinks that he will take counsel, but it shall be by pieces. One counsel from him, another counsel in pieces, means small pieces, basically. Pieces. Asking counsel in one business of one man, and in another business another man, it is well, it's okay, he says, but in brackets he says, that is to say, better perhaps than if he asked none at all. If you go asking for advice, one business from one man, another business from another man, that is equal to not taking advice from anyone. But he runneth two dangers. He will face two dangers. What is that? One, that he shall not be faithfully counseled. He won't get a faithful advice, a true advice. For it is a rare thing, except it be from a perfect and entire friend, to have counsel given, but such as shall be bowed and crooked to some end which he hath that giveth it. So that is it. If you don't take advice from a perfect and entire friend, we take counsel for one thing from one person, another thing for another thing from another person, he said, there is a possibility that you will run into problems, because the advice will be, he had that giveth it, means crooked and bowed. That means that may not be the correct advice that you get. The point is, for one case you go to one person, another case you go to another person, then what will happen is that they may not be able to give you advice, because they don't know about you. They don't know about, they are not acquainted with your estate. Estate means all your affairs, so to say. Everything about you. You take advice from a person who knows everything about you, who is fully acquainted with you. Otherwise, other person may give you in peace. Part by part he will give advice. That advice will be bowed and crooked. That means it may mislead you. Such advice may mislead you. And then he says, 57, the other, that he shall have counsel given hurtful and unsafe. So he continues like that. If you get advice from for one thing from one person, then another thing from another person, then he says that advice can be hurtful or unsafe. So, though with good meaning, they may be giving it with good intention, but and mixed partly to mischief and partly to remedy. So their advice will be partly to mischief. Sometimes without knowing, because they don't know what is your position. So for example, suppose I am in debt already. I have borrowed 1,000 rupees from somebody. Alright? And then I go to another friend and say, oh, my dear friend, I want some 2,000 rupees. Will you please help me? Or what shall I do? Then he will say, you go and get loan from the bank. But he does not know that I already owe 1,000 rupees to another person. But on the other hand, if a person knows all about me, then he will say, don't do this. Because already you are in debt. So please don't go for another borrowing, he will say. For loan oft loses itself and friends Shakespeare says. That is. So if you don't know, if your friend does not know all about you, if you are going to one person for one thing, another, then he may mislead you. It may take you to say mixed disease, partly mischief and partly to remedy. Part of such advice may be of use to you, but part of it will mislead you. Even as if you would call a physician, I already told you that a physician that is thought good for the cure of the disease, you complain of. So there is a physician and you have a complaint. Say, let us say you have a knee problem, knee KNW. You know that he is a good orthopedician, and you go to him. And he will only look at that, and he will say, okay, you take this, some painkiller and so on. But then what happens is he does not know about your stomach, condition of your stomach. So the moment you take the painkiller, your stomach will get upset. That on the other hand, if you go to a physician who knows you thoroughly, he will say, no, this painkiller may cause problems to your stomach, and therefore don't take it. So I will prescribe something else. See, that's the difference. You got it? Yeah. So you see that partly with a physician that is thought good for the cure of the disease you complain of. What is your disease? You are complaining of knee pain. But if he will give a medicine to you, correct? A good medicine, and it will affect you also, but the problem is it will upset your stomach. Because he does not know everything about you, the physician. But is unacquainted with your body, and therefore may put you in a way for a present cure. But what he says, over there with your health, overthroweth your health. He may give you medicine for your present cure, but overthroweth means your entire health will be upset. Cure will be for that particular thing, but overthrow your health in some other kind, and so cure the disease and kill the patient. You go to a doctor who you complain of. You are complaining of knee pain or leg pain. He gives you a medicine. That medicine is very effective for this pain, but then what happens is it will overthrow. Overthrow means it will cause a lot of disturbance in your other parts of the body. Therefore, the disease will be cured, but finally what will happen to you? You will die. This is what happens. So exactly like this, if you go take advice for one thing from one person, another thing from another person, it will be just like consulting different doctors for different illnesses or ailments, rather than consulting a doctor who knows all about you thoroughly from A to Z, your body, your condition, and your family background, family history, and then other things like your temperament and so on. So such person, he is acquainted with your body. The other, they are not acquainted with your body, and therefore what happens? They may do harm to you. Not intentionally, but by chance. It can happen. But if a friend that is wholly acquainted with a man's estate will beware by furthering any present business, how he dulleth, how he dasheth upon other inconveniences. So a person who knows you fully, if he gives advice, he will think. So I just now told you about that borrowing. I have already borrowed 1,000 rupees. Then I go to another person and say, borrowing. They say, you go and get 2,000 from the bank. But the other man who knows that I am already in debt, he will say, don't do it because it is going to be a greater burden for you. So if I follow the advice of the person who gives me a piecemeal advice, if I take advice in pieces, what will happen is, I may get the money, but that dasheth upon other inconveniences. Dasheth means you collide or you fall into other traps or other inconveniences. So how to take advice? And therefore, rest not upon the scattered counsels. That's what it says. Don't depend upon scattered counsels. What is scattered counsel means? Asking advice for one thing for one man, another thing for another person. Don't do that. But then what you should do? They will, I can see, they will rather distort. So scattered advice will distort and mislead than settle and direct. So how to take advice, from whom to take advice? It's very clearly explained. I don't know whether I have clearly explained it to you. Simple language, it means there are some people who think that they are all in all. But in example he gives, a man may think that two eyes see more than one. A gamester, a person who plays the game, sees more than the spectator. Or a person who is angry and a person who is trying to control the anger, they are the same. Or a person who thinks that he can shoot a rifle with his hands alone, or on the other hand, as upon the rest, means you need your entire body for that. You have to bring or take the help of your entire body for shooting a rifle. But some people think that just the arm will do. See, there are some people. So you say that these are fond imaginations of people who think that they are all in all. Finally, what determines or what helps you is the faithful. What settleth the business right is what helps you to do business. What helps you to come to a conclusion, to take a decision is the counsel of a faithful friend. Then he says how to take. Don't take scattered counsel. Scattered counsel means one thing for one problem from one person, another problem for another person, like that. Don't do it. Because they may mislead you. You may dash at the bottom, it means fall into traps. You may sometimes fall into problems. So don't do that. Instead, what you should do? You should go and take advice from a person who knows you fully, who is acquainted with your estate, and who is a perfect and entire friend, not partial friend. See that? You met a person while you are traveling in the bus, then you ask him advice. So what should I do for this? So don't do that, because they don't know anything about you. They will mislead you. May not be intentional, but it can happen like that. And this he compares to a patient who goes to different doctors for different ailments, rather than going to a doctor who knows all about it. I think now it is clear. So in 5 sentences we can conclude this part. First, There are some people who think that they know, they are all in all. But they should take advice, only then they will be able to settle their matters. Then third is, don't take scattered advice. That means one thing from one person, another thing from another person. You should take advice only from entire friend, faithful entire friend who knows thoroughly all about your estate. And that he compares to going to doctors for one ailment to one doctor, another ailment for another doctor. Don't do that. That is scattered advice, and that way you should go to a doctor who knows you thoroughly, knows about you, your family history, then your financial background, then your previous history, all those things, medical history. Such people you go, they will give you the right prescription. The other specialist may give you a prescription, but that may mislead you, and then sometimes the ailment may be cured, but the patient will die. Which do you want? That's what he says. Okay? Hope that now I have made things clear to you. So bye. See you again next time. Till then, have a nice day.